Okay, so here is the sample disability research paper. Okay. All right. So basically, whenever you look at APA sample papers, they may want an abstract. You don't need to have an abstract. Basically, what I'm concerned about is having a cover page. Okay. So having a cover page and having a reference page. So we'll go ahead down really quick to the reference page. Okay. And then also having in-text citations, which we'll talk about in a second. So whenever you're creating your disability research paper, you can always go to the websites that I put in the announcements. Al Purdue has an APA sample paper, and it already has everything formatted for you. I also believe Word, whenever you go to templates, there's an APA style template as well. Or you can just make your own either way, whatever you would like, whatever is your preference. It's pretty easy just to make this really quick, so you can just double click on this. Okay, and now you're in your header and footer. So the first page is always having running head in lowercase, colon, and then the title of your paper capitalized. Okay, and then obviously this is your first page, so you put the page number there. Okay, and then what you can do is basically make the first page different from the rest, because for the rest of the pages you're not going to have running head anymore. You're just going to have just the title capitalized and the page number. So there's an option for that when you click header. Whoops. Let's see. You can remove it. You can edit the header, and when you edit it, you can say first page different than subsequent pages. Okay. And with your cover, this is your cover page. Okay. So with your cover page, you're going to again put your title, except this is going to be just in title case, your name, and then the college. If you want to, you can go ahead and put my name if you want. It doesn't really matter because I know it's going to, but it's just for practice, I guess, if you want to practice that for other papers. So as I said, the next page will probably be your second page, is going to start off your paper. So with your paper, you're going to have your title again. That's going to be in title case. And you're going to start talking about the introduction. So if you remember from the rubric says discuss the etiology, so how this disability came to be. Is it genetic? Is it trauma? Is it something that happens prenatally? Whatever it may be. Is it a chromosomal thing? You're going to talk about that. You're going to define it. Okay. Discuss the prognosis, maybe different types of that disability. There's different ways that people can get hearing loss or vision loss, so maybe you want to discuss those things. You could do statistics in there as well. Okay, so that's the first part. And I remember, as I said in the first part, you're going to want to put pictures, so you can see there's pictures here. And this is a student sample paper that I'm showing you. So once you're done with that first introduction area, then you're going to go ahead and put a subheading in bold so I know I can see it. And you're going to do the subheading of physical development. So remember, I said there's two sections, right? The first section is the introduction with all that good juicy stuff. And the second section is the physical, cognitive, and social emotional. So you can just make these subheadings right here. Physical development, talk about that. Then make another subheading for cognitive development. So put it in bold. And then another subheading for social and emotional development. Okay. And then this is your reference list. So don't title it works cited. Don't say reference list, just put references. You don't have to bold it or anything like that. And you're going to put your sources in alphabetical order. So whenever you use a source, you want to use something that's, professional, academic, so no Wikipedia. You want to use professional organizations. So as you can see, the student used a lot of different professional organizations. So Center for Disease Control, Center for Hearing and Communication, National Deaf Society's Information Support Causes of Deafness, the Nemours Foundation. So she used many different kinds. So basically, another thing I'm going to show you is how do you get it to look like this. So you want to have an indent. So you want to see like the first part of each specific citation. So I'll go ahead and show you how they did that really quick. So I'm going to make it look like it was when you're typing, how Word does it defaultly. So usually when you're typing in Word, it's probably going to look like this. Here you're typing, doesn't have anything fancy. So what you want to do is you're going to highlight that citation. Oops. And then you're going to right click on paragraph, and then you're going to click on hanging. Press OK. See, now it's hanging. And you'll do that for each of those because it doesn't come out like this when you're doing it in Word. Okay. What you could do is you could highlight the whole thing if it's, you know, first line default settings of Word, and then right click it, paragraph, hanging indent. Do it that way too. Another neat trick is when you're doing your citations, say you want them in alphabetical order and you already did your hanging indent, what you can do is highlight them all and then go to right here. So sort by alphabetical, this A to Z icon, and I'll sort it by alphabetical so you don't have to do it yourself. And that's how it should be APA style. Okay. So next with APA, we discussed the cover page, the page numbers, the title, and also in-text citations are needed for this paper to be graded. So I'll give you guys an example. So right here, you guys probably remember this from her reference page. So National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders, 2018. So basically, she found this information right here from that organization. Okay, so whenever you're citing an organization, an article, a book, you want to put that in-text citation so I know where you got it from. And basically how you do that is when you're doing it in a professional organization or maybe a website, usually a website's going to have like a publisher or someone who wrote it, right? So in this case, the professional organization is the National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. So you're going to reference that, comma, and publication date. So anytime you're referencing something, you're going to want to put the author, the professional organization's name, or the website title. Okay, so in this case, this is the professional organization's name, which is preferred. So you're going to put the name down, comma, publication date. National Deaf Children's Society, that's the organization, comma, publication date. Hearing First Organization, comma, 2019. So always the organization name, comma, 2019. All right, and you're going to go through all that whenever you're citing some information from your source. Okay, other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward, so please let me know if you guys have any questions.